The time is 9:59. WRBJRadio.com. Music that you can feel. The official station for a Damn Beast Media, Georgia State Football, and the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. A Powers Media Network station, Dublin. WRBJRadio.com. Music.
Older women. I took a double take out on
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Joe Powers here with you on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. And for the second week in a row, Joe Powers here has stomped all over the open, Rob and Ben East. How are you guys doing over there? I tell you what, if I didn't stomp on an open, I just don't know what I would be doing. But it wouldn't be Friday night. That's exactly right. Wouldn't be Friday night. Wouldn't be doing what I do over here.
It's football weather. It's nice and crisp. Just feeling fantastic, man. And you got a lot of good conference football games going on. I think we got some region play beginning in high school. We finally got some decent conference games here for college. So
that's right.
All looking
I don't know
good.
what's going on. I mean, I literally started the show, and I'm looking at you guys, and I'm like, I don't hear anything. And I look down, and I didn't turn my mic on. I think it's week 0 over here.
It's week 0 all over again for us right here.
Restarted the intro. My goodness gracious alive.
I think I'm going to do that just a second, by the way.
Just reset.
Yeah, we just reset that puppy. And joining us on Facebook Live, Twitter, and on our YouTube page, we appreciate everybody being here with us. And we're going to get right to the phones as we jump into the high school scoreboard show here tonight. We're going to get into our I forgot the Georgia First. Thank you, Georgia First phone line, hotline. Coach Bruce Lane, I hope your night went better than mine has in the first 45 seconds. How you doing over there, buddy? Give me just a second, Coach. I got to get you hooked up here, too. That's what I get for talking instead of doing my job. You know what I mean? But, Coach, I know you guys finished early as I get you hooked up here and get the right buttons in play. But you guys came away with a win tonight. I'm absolutely sure of that because you told me earlier you had to run a clock. Let me get you hooked up here, and we'll be ready to go. All right, Coach, tell us your version of what happened before I stomp on that, too.
See ya. Good job.
Yeah, we got you, Coach. How are you?
All right. Hey, so, yeah, we were able to come out on top of 38-6. Just kind of glad this week's over. It was homecoming, and homecoming, there's a lot of distractions. And, we've overcome a lot this week, but kids played well, and that was the bottom line is they came out and played well.
That's good, and you're right. I mean, the homecoming stuff and everything is good and it's fun for the kids, but it's very hard to keep everybody in touch and tuned in that there's actually a game that's a lot more important than all the other external activities that are going on. And, Coach, did you have anybody tonight that played really well in that 38-6 win?
Oh, we had a bunch of kids that did. Our quarterback came out and played really well tonight, Brooks Bryan, and threw the ball well, I don't know, I don't have stats in front of me, but I don't think he had an incompletion, during the game that he played. He played first 2.5 quarters, and then both our running backs rushed for nearly 100 yards on, in a in a game and in a half and some change. So they played well. Defense played well. Again, we got to eliminate penalties. We had 7 penalties, I think, on our first drive.
Oh, wow.
So, and they weren't like the illegal procedures there. We had one. We had taken the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line from inside our 10, and they bring it back, had a block in the back. So those are things that you have to clean up, and you hope that you're not dealing with at this point in the season. But, all these distractions, our kids are playing hard and they're playing fast and physical. So, some of that's, you have to live with, but we'll get better at it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We know you guys get that cleaned up, and either way, big win on homecoming. And so, Coach, who do you guys have coming up next week?
So we open region play next week. So we play at Lakeview Academy up in Gainesville, and then we take a week off, and then we come home and play Riverside Military, and then Loganville Christian. Then we have another off week, and then we play George Walton at home. So we've got 4 games left, and I told our kids tonight, we're 0-0 again, so we start the season that really counts, and that's when you get in region play.
Yeah, that's great stuff, and this is where it gets really, really important. All the work that you put in and all these kind of exhibition games, now the record really matters. So, well, we know you guys will be ready to go next week, and Coach, as always, man, congrats on the win. We appreciate you giving us a call.
All right, thank you guys for what y'all do.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, Coach
Take care.
Lane.
Talk to you next week.
See you, buddy. Bye.
All right, guys. Well, the phone line is lit up here on your Georgia First hotline, and we're going to reset the show right now. All right, we're back here on your Rob Ben and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. Reset, take 2 here. We get started, Rob and Ben over there. Joe Powers here, and on the phone line with us, we got A.D. Bowden from Rome, Georgia. How you doing, Coach?
Well, welcome to North Georgia, boys. We just finishing a running clock. Rome Wolves win 62-0 against Alatoona Buccaneers.
Wow.
Man, not much of a fight put up by Alatoona, or either Rome just came out with their hair on fire. Coach, tell us a little bit about it.
First region game of the year. Everyone's excited. Well, they got a good-looking group. They're trying to find themselves, I think, because they got new coaches and all that kind of stuff. So you don't ever know when you're playing somebody what's going on internally with somebody. But our guys played really well. Our first road trip of the year. We've been lucky. We've been at home all year till now, and the guys played sharp. I mean, we scored on all phases of the game. I can't even tell you who played well because it rotated so many people, and we're returning punts for touchdowns, and so it was a full team win. It was what a coach or an old coach like me likes to see. When everyone contributes, you get pick sixes and you get a lot of big touchdown plays. We kind of spread it out where our offensive coordinator's philosophy is kind of line up the receivers real wide, and if you're tight, he throws it out there and like little screens. And then when we go deep, they're running by people. They were trying to play cover zero, and they just didn't have the dudes to stay with some of our dudes, and it just got away from them.
Yeah, if you're that's the one thing about Cover Zero. If you're trying to go one-on-one, you better hope your guys are good enough one-on-one to go one-on-one. And if you
That's
get
the thing.
and if you
Yes.
get beat, it can get out of hand very quickly when it's like that.
And then that's pretty much what happened. You know, we would get a couple of runs, move the things, and then whenever he decided to call a pass play, you know, they'd run a little, you know, and they're still wide, and they're running, you know, a deep post and running by the guy, and our guys just throwing it up to him. So it was a pretty clean game the whole time. We gave up a late sack in the game, but other than that, I mean, we pretty much just handled business like you like to see every week. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially opening up region play, first road game, really, you know, pitching a shutout. That's great stuff too. So for the Rome Wolves, who's coming up next week for you guys?
We come home, we play Woodstock. So we you know, stay in region play, and we get Woodstock coming home, and so we gotta, you know, get home and get prepared for them, and hopefully keep this thing running. I'm getting ready to get on a little van with all my cronies, and I'm going to be searching all the scores, checking them out, and seeing kind of what you guys are doing to see how other teams did in the region and in the state, and you know, in your head you start kind of playing chess. Like, okay, we might match up with these guys in the first round, or what about this? And, we got to take care of that. So that's what's fun about high school football.
That's right. You're trying to plan for early November. That's what we're doing, and we know you guys will be there in that first round and when it comes to that time. So, Coach, man, as always, we appreciate you giving us a call, and look forward to talking to you next week.
You got it, guys. I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Now, take care.
Thanks, Coach.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we'll get back here on the coaches hotline again. And guys, remind you all that we are streaming live for you on Twitter and Facebook, and I believe our YouTube channel as well here. So you can watch the video and the audio here of your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. That's Rob and Ben East over there, Joe Powers here. And we are getting ready for some Georgia First Coaches Hotline action going down to Jeff Cannon and the Blue Herons, trying to get those guys back on the phone with us here before we ever get a shot at that Dublin Ford scoreboard. So we'll see if we can get Coach Cannon on the phone with you here. Coach Cannon, how are you, sir?
We're surviving, I reckon.
Have been a little better, I'm sure, Coach. So tell us a little about your game. We just got to kind of roll through our scoreboard. We've been hot on the phone, so tell us a little about the game.
No, I got it. So you know, number 3 team in AA. You know, we got to go play the number 9 team next week in AA, and then we end the season with the number 1 or 2 team in AA. So our region. It's the only region in any class that's got 3 teams in the top 10 right now. It's just,
jeez,
you know, it's SEC, man. It's tough. It's tough. So, you know, tip your cap to Pierce, but you know, we on the very first play of the game, we threw a pick 6 on our second offensive play. You know, just threw an incompletion, but you know, they said that he caught it and fumbled it, but it's not even close. They fell on that score, so it was 14-0 with about 11 minutes to go. You know, and then we struggled stopping them, and you know, it was 49-6 at half, and we kick off to them, and they run it back. So the game ended 56-6. We didn't run the clock in the third, but it runs whether you like it or not in the fourth. And, you know, so it was a tough one tonight, you know, but hey, we're 3-2, right where we were this time last year. You know, tall task for these next 5 games. Like I said, our region's really tough, but it looked like a packed house in Caney Bay. I'm proud about that. I just wish we could have, just wish the outcome could have been a little different, you know, and it's our kids play hard. They're great kids. We were just outmatched tonight.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to overcome that stuff, like you said, when a game starts that way and you get down 14 quick. That it just, the whole rhythm of the game and stuff just gets so out of sorts. It's very tough to overcome, man.
Wait till I get home. You know, we snapped it to the 9th grader and he handed it to the senior for our 1 score. So like, I'm just gonna have to throw both of them out there. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but you know, we really do. We got great folks down here. It's a great community. We're going, you know, go back to the drawing board and and make some adjustments and come back. We're 3-2. We got 5 to go on the regular season. It's wide open, and so I know our kids are resilient. They're tough, and I'm expecting them to bounce back. I sure do appreciate you guys and what y'all do for high school football.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We always appreciate you giving us a call, Coach, and look forward to talking to you, man, next week. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Go Herons.
All right. There you go. And I think we've probably got our wheels on straight now, Rob and Ben. I tell you what, it was a little hairy on this side of the fence there for just a second, but I think we got it set up. And let's look at that Dublin Ford scoreboard real quick and run through some of those scores before we get to break real quick. How about that?
Yeah, we'll run through a couple here. Starting off, you just heard from Rome a little earlier, 62-0 over Alatoona tonight. Armucci beats Coosa 28-0. Athens Academy all over Mount Vernon 49-16. Seminole County's up on Atkinson County 13-7. Score still reporting in that one. Best Academy tops Kip Atlanta Collegiate 12-6. Randolph Clay on top of Baconton 42-6. Bainbridge beats Ware County 35-21. Worth County takes care of Berrien 55-27. Bleckley County was up on Pelham 21-15, and score still reporting in that one. They're still playing the second half in that game. Bowden beats Temple 35-13. Bradley Central takes care of Heritage Catoosa 35-16. The Bradwell Institute's up on McIntosh County Academy 35-14. Score still reporting there. And we just heard from Coach Cannon from Brantley County. They had a tough one tonight against a very good Pierce County team. They fell tonight 56-6. Pierce County's the winners in that one.
And Wilkinson County falls to Portal 31-8. Wilcox County taking care of business against Terrell County 44-6. Rabun County over Whitefield Academy 38-7. Westside Augusta beats Glen Hills 41-0. Westminster beats Riverwood 36-6. Westlake over Collins Hill 35-7. Griffin 44-27 over West Lawrence. Last reported score we got in that one. Dawson County over West Hall 32-14. Wesleyan over Gilmer 50-21. Wayne County beats Jenkins 9-0. Interesting score there. Yeah. Like Jeff Davis a few weeks ago, 2-0. Washington Wilkes over Hancock Central 45-0. Thompson over Washington County 36-7 is the last score we got in that one. In a little crosstown battle between Houston County and Warner Robins there, 41-7. The Hoco Bears taking care of business, guys. Hoco's for real this year. Got a lot of offense over there. East Forsyth over Walnut Grove 21-0. Northgate beats Veterans 35-14. Dooley County over Turner County 41-14.
All right, well, Rob and Ben, we're going to go ahead and get to break. We got to get some commercials paid here, and then we'll be right back after this on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. For those of you, got marbles in my mouth there. For you guys following us on Facebook and on Twitter Live, we appreciate you joining us there. And we'll be back with more after this on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic. You need. Make your visible statement on apparel, hats, t-shirts, wherever it is. You need your brand to be seen. Eyeballs Marketing and Media can get it done. Check them out online at Eyeballs. That's IBALZ.com. It's Eyeballs Marketing and Media. Get your brand set today.
Dublin Chevy Nissan is ready for football season and the fall, and the prices are falling on your favorite vehicle. Go to mydublinnissan.com and mydublinchevrolet.com to pick out your new vehicle to travel to Athens, Atlanta, or Statesboro for the big game. Go see Don Carswell at 2046 Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Don and his staff will help you select the perfect fit.
The scouts say we can't run, throw, or catch well, but they all agree we sure do sell cars well at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
The you that you're looking for is at Fairview Fitness Park. Serving Dublin and Lawrence County for over 35 years at a convenient location with 24/7 access. We have free weights, machine weights, cardio equipment, indoor racquetball, basketball, and heated pools for your convenience. Have fun, enjoy your time working out with friends, community, and neighbors. Join us at Fairview Fitness Park, serving Dublin and Lawrence County for over 35 years. See you there.
The Dublin Fighting Irish are headed back to school, and the cooler temps of fall are just around the corner. At least we hope. And that means it's time to watch the Fighting Irish bring it in the Shamrock Bowl. What could be more exciting? Well, in addition to the fact that the bank is open and me and Pines Community Bank are now Georgia First Bank, we're opening up a branch soon right here in Dublin. Don't worry, we're still the same bank and the same folks you know. And after almost 120 years of community banking and watching our friends and neighbors play sports right here in Middle Georgia, that will never change. Georgia First Bank, coming soon to Dublin. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Roach Farm and Garden is absolutely your #1 stop for hunting this fall. Stop in our Dublin location Monday through Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 8 to 6, 8 to 5, and 1 to 5 to get everything you need for your food plot. Get your salt licks, your deer corn, and whatever else you may need for the woods this fall. If you need some help planting around your fall garden or just your lawn care, you can get it all from Roach Farm and Garden, your everything you need supply store. Stop in and see us today.
From Dr. Hook to Tom Petty, it's the best music of your life. Share us with your friends today. Turn them on to WRBJRadio.com.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity.
We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity.
We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
All right, back here at your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. Back here in your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show, and right back into your Georgia First Hotline Scoreboard. Call in the line. You know what I'm trying to say, Rob and Ben, over there. The phone is here, and we have people on the other end of the phone, and that's Keith Edge and our friends from Mary Persons. How's it going there, Mary Persons, friends? Hang on, let me get you on the air. How about that? Let's do that, too.
We are on route back home. The Mary Persons Bulldogs defeated Columbus tonight, 55-0.
Wow.
Big victory for the Dogs. We had a running clock the whole second half. We were up 52-0.5. So our starters got the rest the whole second half. So big win as we prepare next week for the homecoming matchup with Prince Avenue.
Yeah, huge win for you guys tonight, 55-0. Anytime you can pitch a shutout, that's a really good night. And did y'all have anybody tonight that stuck out that had a really good game in that 55-0 win?
I tell you, our offensive line came to play tonight. They really opened up a lot of holes, pass blocked real well. Duke had a big night. Duke Watson again, and probably 150, 175 yards. Yeah, it's
wow.
Just all around offense, defense, special teams. They scored 4 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes of the ball game. Yeah.
I'd say that's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very good start. I tell you, they have a beautiful stadium, that new stadium we played at that opened last year, Otis Spencer Stadium. It is gorgeous. Seats about 6,000. Just just a beautiful place to play football.
That is wonderful right there, man. I love the fact that you guys get to go and see those stadiums and wish I could too. I think they ran into a hole, Robin Ben. What do you think?
They're coming back from Columbus, so
Yeah.
I would imagine they're in some spotty places. But I tell you what, thank you guys so much for giving us a call. And Mary Person's big win tonight on the road against Columbus, 55-0. Duke Watson, big night for him on the ground. So Mary Person's the winners there in that one.
There you go. And we'll flip right on over here to Coach Don Norton for Johnson County on your Georgia First hotline. Coach, how's it going?
Hey, it's going okay. We lost tonight to ECI 15-7, I believe.
Gotcha. Tough game tonight, 15-7. A lot of defense, it sounds like.
Good football. Yeah, it was. It was a good defensive battle. We gave up a pick six and the quarterback fumbled it and picked it up and ran about 25 yards. Hats off to ECI and Coach Kearson. They're well coached and they played hard. Our kids played hard. It's just we played a lot better in the second half than we did the first.
Yeah, and it's, at least your guys responded to some of that adversity and played well in the second half to kind of make up for some of that, because those are tough, especially when they happen early like that too. And Coach Norton, do you know who you guys are playing next week?
I do. I was just told we're playing Georgia Military College.
Georgia
Military
Military
game.
Georgia Military. I got you, Coach. Well, you guys rest up and get ready for next week. And as always, man, we appreciate you giving us a call, Coach Norton.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Coach Norton there, heartbreaker to ECI guys. That was going to be a tough one. We knew it. So
sometimes that happens too. You got to have two halves, put them both together. And sometimes the guys, you don't realize it in the first half. You make a couple bad, crucial mistakes, and then you just can't come back from them.
Yeah, makes it really tough.
It does indeed. So we're going to take another quick look at that Dublin Ford scoreboard. Then we're going to get down to Uncle Jimmy. Going to give him a call right back in just a second here. What you got, guys?
All righty. Stars Mill over Troop 20-18. Tift County over Gadsden County, Florida 17-0. Thomas County Central 55-19 over Godby High School out of Florida. Telfair County in a tight one over Bryan County. 16-7, Telfair County wins that one. Coach Harbor in Taylor County keeps rolling, 56-6 over Central Talbotton. Toombs County blanks Tatnall County 35-0. Stevenson over Tucker 48-42. Blessed Trinity over Sprayberry 31-3. Spalding over Baldwin 34-0. Southeast Whitfield over Druid Hills 14-7. Southeast Whitfield's getting it done in that one. Southeast Bullock in a really tight one against Hepzibah. The last score we got there is 21-20 Southeast Bullock. Effingham County defeats South Effingham 42-7. Shaw defeats Jordan 42-6. And Screven County blanks Warren County 28-0.
All right, so before we get back to that Georgia First hotline here with Uncle Jimmy, we've got him queued up here. But also on our Facebook page, we've got an update on that the Packers game tonight. Colquitt County and the Saints, 50-42. The Pack wins. So big ball game there from South Georgia. Uncle Jimmy, what you got going on, my friend? How are you?
Doing good tonight. This is great football weather in South Georgia tonight. How you guys doing?
Are doing great. I'm telling you what, you got that right. You can just feel it. The leaves started to fall this week, and we're just right in primetime football. So, Uncle Jimmy, which game were you at tonight?
Well, I'm at my home school, Crisp County Cougars, tonight, and we were hosting the Northside Warner Robins. Guys, they come down to play us tonight. It was a non-region game. We had a good crowd on hand. It was a kind of a strange game. The first 3 minutes, Northside was up 13-0 on the Cougars.
Wow.
In the first quarter, in the first 3 minutes.
Wow.
Anyway, we went in halftime down 13-12. In the second half, we had a long touchdown pass. And Scoop and score got us in the game. And then in the fourth quarter, they kicked the field goal and won up 16-12. With less than 2 minutes to go, we got a safety on them and made it 16-14 with 2 minutes to go. So they had to kick the ball off to us. And we got the ball and went down the field and scored a touchdown and won 20-16 tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Upset in the making. It was unbelievable. Just our defense, the Cougar defense, played one heck of a game. They held us in it the whole time. A lot of penalties in the game on both sides.
Wow.
But the Cougars come out on top 20-16. And as the teams were shaking hands at the end of the game, a fight broke out.
Oh, goodness
They
gracious.
ran. The fans come out of the stands. Deputies and law enforcement had to come break it up. I don't know who started or what, but fight broke out at the end of the ball game tonight. But I Cougars finally got on the winning scoreboard again tonight and upset the North Side Warner Robins 20-16.
I tell you what a game. To go from a safety and then to go down and be able to score with less than 2 minutes. I know that atmosphere was absolutely berserk in Cordele tonight.
And I think Northside was upset about it. But you know what kept us in the game? We threw a pass, about a 50-yard pass, and they could have intercepted it, but they deflected the ball in the air, and the Cougar receiver ran up under it and got it and went and scored a touchdown.
Wow.
So that's what kept just a freak play.
Man,
kept us in the game.
Crisp had the rabbit's foot tonight. That's things were
Yes,
popping their way. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I tell you what, maybe you can settle down a little bit, take some deep breaths, and try to get some sleep. That was an awesome one there.
Oh, it was. Good talking to y'all tonight.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Jimmy. Take care.
All right, so pretty interesting there. Nye Carr, by the way, had a big touchdown catch in that one, and that's a Dogs commit. Dan Beast Media reporting that for us on our Facebook feed there, watching us live. We appreciate that. And, guys, I tell you what, there's some interesting games around the state. One GPB game that we, of course, saw tonight if you were watching on television and not at a stadium, that Lowndes County game against Grayson. That was a blowout, but we had some better football around. Let's get back to that Dublin Ford scoreboard.
Yeah, tonight, one of those close ones in South Georgia, Bainbridge and Ware County tonight. Bainbridge won 35-21. You just heard Uncle Jimmy calling in, updating us on the Crisp County game. They were down 16 to 12, and then they got a safety with about 2 minutes left in the game, and then they got the ball back, of course, after the safety. And went down and scored a touchdown and punched it in basically as time was expiring and won 20-16 over the north side, Warner Robins Eagles. So that's a big win for Crisp County in that one, and a really exciting finish, too, in that one. Fitzgerald tonight beats Dodge County 36-7. Early County over Mitchell County 34-8. Cedar Shoal tops East Hall 10-7. We heard from Coach John Norton. The Johnson County Trojans tonight fall to ECI 15-7, and ECI's got a really tough bunch this year. They're playing some really good football down there in Emmanuel County, and they are having a lot of success so far this year. So be looking at ECI as this season progresses, because they've got a really good start going for them so far. Fannin County beats Gordon Central 42-0. Fayette County takes care of Riverdale 25-12. Fellowship Christian beats Lovett 30-24. Flowery Branch is up on East Side 32-29. Score still reporting in that one. Forsyth Central beats Seconder 28-12. Brunswick on top of Glen Academy 15-7 late in the fourth quarter in that one. The GPB game of the week, Grayson blanks Lowndes 40-0. There was a lot of touchdowns in that one offensively. There was a pickup fumble return by a big guy for a touchdown for Grayson. So it was a lot of Grayson, and Lowndes had a lot of self-inflicted wounds. I mean, some of them were obviously caused by Grayson's defense, but some of Lowndes were self-inflicted. So, but Grayson, big winners, 40-0 tonight over Lowndes.
There you go. And we're going to get back to the Georgia First phone lines here now. We've got Coach Henderson from Monticello on with us. Coach, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Doing good, Coach. Looks like a big win for you guys tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it sure was. We came out against a quality opponent, and I think for the first time we put together 4 quarters, and we were able to come out fast and keep that pace up, and we're able to do what we do offensively. Defense has kind of been our strong point all year, and we held them set. They scored with 6 seconds to go on our JV team, but we got a lot of guys in the game. We're very productive offensively, and it was really, there weren't many penalties on either side, and not many turnovers. There were no turnovers. We had a pick late, but our quarterback, Chevy Sands, had a big night. Throwing and running, he probably rushed for 100 yards. I don't have the stats in front of me, but he had to have 100. Jalen Stewart, I think he had 2 scores. Caden Whidbey had a receiving touchdown. Josiah Cotterell had one, and a big kick return to start the second. Just overall, man, when you say a team win, that's what it was. And our guys are excited. We're 4-2 for the first time. It's the best record we've had around here since 2003. So our fans are excited, and our kids are they're all the way bought in, and we didn't let that one loss at Putnam affect us too much. We learned from it. We moved on, and our kids are reaping the benefits right now. We're playing pretty good ball.
That's awesome, Coach, and it's really nice when you have a team, lose a game, fight through adversity, and learn from it, and then that's where you got a more mature football team. And did you say you had a guy take a kick return back for a touchdown? Is that right?
No, he took it to about midfield for us to start. We were up 28-0 at half, and they kicked to us, and he flipped the field immediately. We had it inside their 50 right out of the gate, and we were able to keep the pedal down and put it away. We actually, we moved it offensively and got stopped twice, and we scored with under 30 seconds to go to get the running clock for the fourth quarter. And, we put in our backups and punched one more in, and they punched one more in too. So, again, we got to play a lot of guys, and a lot of guys made plays, man. It's just a good night.
Yeah, that's when it's a lot of fun, man. And, Coach, who do y'all have coming up next week?
Well, we're open this week, and then we have East Lawrence the next week.
All right.
Gotcha.
So good stuff there. We appreciate it, Coach. It's always good to hear from you up there in Monticello. Thank you so much for the call.
Yep, I appreciate what you guys do, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. Take care.
All right, see you later.
Bye-bye. Coach Henderson there giving us a call. Rob and Ben, we're going to get the break, and we'll be back. We appreciate everybody watching us on Facebook and tuning in. We'll be right back after this, so stay with us here on your Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic and our studio sponsors, Eyeballs Marketing and Media. We'll be right back after this.
Upholstery Cleaning, serving Dublin and Middle Georgia for over 10 years. Your problem is our solution. With our cleaning services for carpets, upholstery, rugs, small water damage, and more. We are dedicated to providing you with a level of quality on every job that can't be matched. Ask about our senior and military discounts. Travis's Professional Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning. We do it right the first time or come back free. 478-278-4373.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your home and auto insurance needs.
Hello, Dublin and Lawrence County football fans and families. It's game time, and nobody's riding the bench this season here at Dublin Ford Lincoln. The only thing you'll be riding in is America's #1 selling brand, Ford. Whether you're driving left, right, or up the middle, you'll always be unstoppable with an all-new Ford car, truck, or SUV. And get this, you won't even need to wear a helmet. With our friendly, no-hassle sales team leading the way, we make getting car deals to the end zone easier than saying ready, go. That's Ford tough, baby. Others call you customers, we call you friends. Dublin Ford Lincoln, Veterans Boulevard, or at DublinFordLincoln.com.
We've all grown up together. We've been here for weddings and graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, treats for each other, and friends all the time. I'm Perry from Williamson's Bakery. Thank you for letting us share these special times of life with you. It truly has been amazing. Join us on our Facebook page where you can see our talent and place orders. If you'd like, call us at 478-272-3344. Williamson's Bakery, Oak Shopping Center, Dublin.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. When we began looking for a location for our second Dublin banking office, the historic Henry Building looked like the perfect spot because Dublin and Lawrence County is our focus, and making banking easier and more convenient for our customers is our goal. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
a local full-service community bank offering quality banking services. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, now open in downtown
Football
Dublin.
fans, it's that time again, and Bubba's Tire Center is here to get your vehicle fired up for football season. Do you have big road trip plans for this fall? Well, at Bubba's Tire Center, we can make sure you and your vehicle are always winning with the best tire and service around. With a vehicle that is running on new tires and service to perfection, you are guaranteed success in all of your football endeavors. We wish good luck to you and your team, and come on into the store today or give us a call at 478-275-2964, where at Bubba's Tire Center, you can always win with your tire and service needs.
Here's another First and 10 music set on your station for hit music and the best in Georgia sports. WRBJRadio.com.
Serving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity.
We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
Serving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
All right, back here in your Rob Bennett Show High School Scoreboard Show. And I tell you what, I'm glad that we have a slate up in between commercials.
It takes the QB to try and get everybody right, okay?
Too much fun over here. Too much fun over here.
Let's just say that I'm glad that there's a desktop separating.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it. Back on your Rob and Joe Show, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic and, of course, our studio sponsor, Eyeballs Marketing and Media. We're going to get right back to that Georgia First hotline here with a 40th win for our head coach, Rob Stowe, here in Wilcox County. How's it going, Coach?
Hey, Joe, how you doing? Yeah.
Man,
if I were... I didn't realize it was 40 wins till you said that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what I'm here for, Coach.
Somebody's got to keep me in line.
Somebody's got to keep up with it, Coach Stowe. Anyways, man, congrats on that, and big win for you guys tonight over Terrell County. Tell us about the game.
Yeah, it was a fun night. We won 44-6. You know, and that score came late for Terrell, so I was very proud of our defense. We caused 4 turnovers tonight. No, excuse me. I take that back. We had 5 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 3 fumble calls and recovered, and just played really good on defense. And offense, another big night with B.J. Gibson. He had 3 touchdown receptions tonight from Johnny Nutt. D. Davis had 2 running touchdowns, and Trey Coley had a running touchdown. So it was another good night to be a Patriot. It was a homecoming night that we had a huge crowd. And, I told our cheerleading sponsor, a shout out to her. I said, I've been doing this for 28 years, and it's been since I was in high school back in 1991, and Joe Powers may know a little bit about that stuff. But, that's the last time I saw what I call a Rock'em Sock'em pep rally, like it, old school pep rally.
Oh, yeah.
We had one today. We had one in Rochelle today, and I couldn't believe it. It's like I've been 28 years since I've seen one of these where the student body just went nuts. And it carried over to our game. It carried over to the game. Our kids played inspired football, and and our students were out there and just going crazy and loud, and we're enjoying it. It's just a fun night. This is what high school ball is about. When a small town like this comes together for the only thing to do in town,
that's right,
is support their team and be a part of the win as well. The 12th man to the nth degree for sure.
That's awesome, Coach, especially when the student body gets behind it and everything, kind of in this, digital world we live in a lot. It's awesome to kind of throw it back like you're talking about, and kids get involved, get excited, and really enjoy all that. And so I heard you say you had a couple guys get some pick sixes, or at least one guy, you said?
Well, let's see. We didn't have any pick sixes. We had 2 interceptions. One was B.J. Gibson, but he also had 3 touchdown receptions. So I don't know if he gets another stick or not, but that sounds pretty worthy to me.
I'd say so.
Then,
that was a clarifying question there, I guess.
There you go. And our middle linebacker, Jackson Owens had 2 fumble recoveries, and he caused and recovered both of them. I mean, it was crazy where he just absolutely nailed the running back in the hole and coughed it up and landed on both of them.
And recovered both of it. You couldn't script that.
No, he said, I'll take that.
My goodness. That's unbelievable.
That's
what
funny.
I said. You're making me go bankrupt on our skull and crossbone defensive decals we put on helmets.
I hear you. Well, Coach, I mean, you got a championship belt down there. You better be giving these boys. You know what I'm saying?
You got it, man. We're trying to, defend that belt as best we can. I don't know if we can do it. There's a lot of great teams out there. I know. Don't get me wrong. Our guys are very proud of that. We know the honor that comes with it. So we're trying.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, you were talking about that Rock'em Sock'em Pep Rally. And for those that are watching us on our Facebook Live feed tonight, my brother Randy said, tell Coach Stowe. I said, what's up? I was on that 1991 team. So
he was. He sure was. We were boys back in the day at Stevens County now.
That's right. That's right. I hear you, Coach. Well, congratulations on that win tonight, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon. How about that?
Hey, I look forward to it every Friday night. And again, I'm going to say it every week, but people just don't realize how much you guys do for these young men and these communities with this scoreboard show. So shout out to you guys, and please don't ever stop.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate that, man. Take care, buddy.
Thanks. All right, have a good weekend.
Yeah, man. Bye-bye.
Coach Rob Stowe there. And, of course, referring to our championship belt, Rob and Ben, that we gave away last year to Wilcox County. And they get to keep it all football season long until we get to the end of this season to see who has the most helmet stickers that we've given out.
That's right.
And then that belt will move somewhere else across the state. So, and again, you can see on our logo, if you're watching us on video there, the Trophy Smack logo. We are a Trophy Smack affiliate here at the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, which means that if you guys are interested in ordering any type of trophies or belts or celebratory items from Trophy Smack for your school and your program, please just go to WRBJradio.com, click on that Trophy Smack link there, and let the Rob, Ben, and Joe affiliation be a part of that for you when you order those shenanigans and those celebratory items for your school and your team. Doesn't matter what it is either, by the way. It can be sports, cheerleading, band, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Rob and Ben, whatever they want to order for. So let's get back to that Dublin Ford scoreboard, see what we got going on there, fellas.
All righty. Schley County beats Macon County 34-7. Savannah Country Day edges Long County and Coach Feaster there 17-14. Tight matchup there in that one. That was probably an excellent game to watch.
Yeah.
Calvary Day over Savannah Christian 42-21. Sandy Creek defeats Jackson 46-14. Jonesboro over Rockdale County 44-0. Adairsville over Ringgold 28-26. Bremen defeats Ridgeland 21-14. Coffee County shuts out Richmond Hill 21-0. Callaway over Redan 38-6. Lumpkin County beats Pickens 49-14. Pepperell over Chattooga 45-17. Pebblebrook falls to Harrison 42-17. Peachtree Ridge over Meadow Creek 34-12. Peach County gets on the right side of the coin this week, 47-6 over Hardaway there. Mill Creek beats Parkview 30-20. Oglethorpe County shuts out Riverside Military 57-0. Back-to-back shutout here. North Oconee 56-0 over Chestatee. North Gwinnett 48-7 over Berkmar. North Cobb Christian 28-0 over Washington. Norcross 27-20 over South Gwinnett. Noonan 21-15 over South Paulding. Model 49-7 over Murray County. FPD over Mount Pisgah Christian 42-0. North Cobb over Milton 42-27. Metter defeats Irwin County tonight 20-14. McNair over Columbia 31-6. McEachern over Valdosta 28-7.
Wow. All right, well, Rob and Ben, we're going to check in with our friends here at Sports Mike real quick before we get to our next break and see what reporting we can get done from our friends at Sports Mike.
All right, folks, the Veteran Warhawks game recap against the Vikings of Northgate. Here with you, Jacob Mathis and Lauren Tucker. In the first quarter was a sloppy quarter with a lot of penalties. The first score coming with 12 seconds left. Number 12, the quarterback, Dylan Barber, 2 plays and capped off with a 6-yard touchdown run to take the lead early for the Vikings, 7-0. Second quarter, a 3-play drive capped off by Maxwell to Thomas with a 4-yard touchdown pass, 7-7 now your score. Later in the second quarter, with 6:45 left, a one-play, 80-yard touchdown run by number 4, the running back, Evan Garrett. Vikings take a 14-7 lead. Going into halftime, it is 14-7. Third quarter comes out, and the offense for the Vikings on the very first play, they fake a handoff, and the quarterback keeps the ball up the right side of the field for an 80-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 12, Dylan Barber, to take a 21-7 lead. Later in the third quarter, the Vikings strike again with a 5-play drive, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Dylan Barber on that 31-yard drive to take a lead 28-7. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes left in the game. The quarterback, again, number 12, Dylan Barber, scores on a 1-yard touchdown run, capping off an 8-play, 59-yard drive to give the Vikings a 35-7 lead. Later in the fourth quarter, the Warhawks are not done. 5:29 left in the game. They take a 10-play, 80-yard drive down the field, capped off with a 52-yard touchdown pass, Maxwell to Thomas, to give the Warhawks a 14 points in the game against the Vikings 35. That was the last score in the game. Wrapping up the game tonight, Chandler Thomas, 2 touchdown receptions for the Warhawks, and the Vikings come out with the win 35-14. For myself, Jacob Mathis, and my partner, Lauren Tucker, we say good night and God bless from Freedom Field, and we'll hope you'll join us next week as the veteran Warhawks take on Thomas County Central.
In the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine treat sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Roach Farm and Garden is...
Hey everyone, this is Hannah with JT Hannah Promotions. We don't see our teams playing without branded jerseys, do we? So don't let your team of employees go without branded apparel. We are the winners at screen printing and embroidery. Even better, we can print on thousands of promotional items for your company to stand out with clients. Let JT Hannah be a part of your business's winning team. We can print on whatever you can dream. Call us today at 478-274-1267, and best of luck to our teams this season.
Roach Farm and Garden is absolutely your #1 stop for hunting this fall. Stop in our Dublin location Monday through Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 8 to 6, 8 to 5, and 1 to 5 to get everything you need for your food plot. Get your salt licks, your deer corn, and whatever else you may need for the woods this fall. If you need some help planting around your fall garden or just your lawn care, you can get it all from Roach Farm and Garden, your everything you need supply store. Stop in and see us today.
Football fans, it's that time again, and Bubba's Tire Center is here to get your vehicle fired up for football season. Do you have big road trip plans for this fall? Well, at Bubba's Tire Center, we can make sure you and your vehicle are always winning with the best tire and service around. With a vehicle that is running on new tires and service to perfection, you are guaranteed success in all of your football endeavors. We wish good luck to you and your team, and come on into the store today or give us a call at 478-275-2964, where at Bubba's Tire Center, you can always win with your tire and service needs.
Eyeballs Marketing and Signs understands that business today is about your brand. Eyeballs Marketing and Signs in Warner Robins is the family-owned business to get your brand in front of all the eyeballs you need. Make your visible statement on apparel, hats, t-shirts, wherever it is you need your brand to be seen. Eyeballs Marketing and Media can get it done. Check them out online at Eyeballs, that's IBALZ.com. It's Eyeballs Marketing and Media. Get your brand set today.
#1 coverage of your 2-time national champion Bulldogs. The biggest show at football Friday nights and Georgia State football Saturdays. Right here on WRBJRadio.com.
Saving with AmeriCorps, gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19 that feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19 that feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
All right, back here on your Rob and Joe High School Scoreboard Show, we are rolling right along as we get right back onto that Georgia First hotline here with Athletic Director Chad Alligood from Jones County. What's going on, Coach? Coach, how are you? How you doing? Do I have you unmuted? Let's see if I do. Coach, you there with me? I don't know why I can't hear Coach all of a sudden, but I'll get to him here in just a second. Coach, can you hear me? All right. Well, don't know what happened to Coach there, but we will give him a call right back, Rob and Ben. No problem there. What you guys got over there on the old game clock for Rob and Ben and Joe here on the Scoreboard Show?
Yeah, we'll take a second to roll through the Dublin Ford scoreboard here. Tonight, Creekside over Chapel Hill, 49-14. Cambridge beats Chattahoochee, 27-26. North Hall beats Cherokee Bluff, 27-17. Jenkins County on top of Claxton, 50-14. Clinch County all over Frederica Academy, 45-7. Kahula Creek beats Lakeview, Fort Oglethorpe, 42-21. Colquitt County tonight over Cedar Grove, 50-42. They almost broke near 100 points in that game.
Wow.
My goodness.
Coach Chad Alligood, we have you on the phone here now? He's called me right here, guys. Don't know why we can't get him all tied into the line there. Sorry about that. Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, Colquitt County, like I said, big point spread tonight for those guys, and a tight one over Cedar Grove, 50-42. Mary Persons beats Columbus, 55-0. Heard from those guys earlier. Duke Watson had a big night offensively, and of course they had a big defensive night with a shutout. Commerce over Banks County, 38-21. Cook County beats Jeff Davis, 21-6. Crisp County beats Northside Warner Robins tonight in a pretty much a barn burner. It was 16-12 late in the fourth quarter. Crisp County got a safety, and they were down 16-14. Went down as time expired and scored and won that game 20-16 over the Northside Eagles. And so a big win for Crisp County tonight down there in Cordele, and a comeback victory for them. Cedartown on top of Dalton, 35-27. Dade County beats Darlington 22-20. Duluth over Discovery 63-7. Fitzgerald beats Dodge County 36-7. Early County on top of Mitchell as the winners in that one, 34-8. Cedar Shoals beats East Hall 10-7. Elbert County takes care of Jefferson County tonight, 39-14. ECI beats Johnson County in a close one, 15-7. Fannin County, the winners in that one over Gordon Central, 42-0. Fayette County beats Riverdale, 25-12. And we got Forsyth Central over Seconder, 28-12. Grayson, the GPB game of the week, all over Lowndes, shut them out, 40-0. Grayson did a lot of good, and Lowndes did a lot of bad in that one. And Greater Atlanta Christian tonight, the winners over Northview, 57-14. Aquinas takes care of the Greenbrier Wolfpack, 20-12. Aquinas the winners in that one. Greenville beats Marion County, 24-21. Beach over Groves, 23-12. Evans the winners over Grovetown, 27-6. North Murray, the winners over Haralson County, 28-6. Hart County, beats Bullock Academy 34-9. Heard County, the winners tonight over Clarkston, 37-6. Carrollton in a big win over Hillgrove blanks them 49-0. Big offensive night for them, and obviously a good defensive night as well. Perry, another one with a blank, 41-0 over Howard. Perry, the winners in that one. Douglas County over Hughes, 30-27.
And Lake Oconee Academy over Loganville Christian, 46-38. Loganville over Heritage Conyers, 48-40. Lincoln County over Richmond Academy, 38-6. Liberty County defeats Johnson Savannah, 42-14. Lanier over Habersham Central, 35-14. Lambert over East Coweta, 23-22. Lamar County beats Social Circle, 19-7. Dunwoody edges Lakeside DeKalb, 16-15. Gordon Lee beats Lafayette, 21-20 in overtime. Kennesaw Mountain over South Cobb, 36-15. Kell puts it on Centennial, 62-10. Putnam County shuts out Josie, 42-0. East Jackson over Johnson Gainesville, 42-0. Roswell over Johns Creek, 56-0. A lot of defense on one side and a lot of offense, and then nothing on the other side in a lot of these games. That's been I feel like that's been the theme tonight.
Hey, look at that, Joe. Got the phone working again.
How about that?
The nighttime is a charm.
That's right.
We just appreciate the commitment from Coach Chad Alligood here for staying with the boys to try and get on the phone.
That's right.
If you were having to call collect, we'd be in trouble.
Look, I'm living a stress-free life right now.
Coach,
for the phone to ring, no big deal.
Coach, I am not living a stress-free life tonight over here.
Well, at least somebody's living a stress-free life, though. Isn't that right? I mean,
that's right. Well, Coach, tell us what's going on in Jones County.
Well, we smoked the open week. I mean, we had
I
the clock
hear
running
you.
on at halftime. We mercy ruled them. I mean, we did all you could do to the open week. So I was proud of Coach Chastain and the coaching staff of how well they prepared this week and how well the game went tonight. But, it was great. But I did have an opportunity personally to go watch my brother-in-law, J.T. Wall, play at John Millage and watch them dominate Brookwood out of Thomasville tonight. You know, getting to watch your brother-in-law win his 55th in a row is special. And sometimes I think the people at John Millage and around here don't understand what's going on down there. I mean, 55 games in a row is amazing. And, you know, chance to go watch him do that tonight and how good they played. And they're really, really good. And, so I was excited for that opportunity.
55 in a row, though, Coach. I mean, like you're saying, I mean, that is
unheard of.
I mean,
That's
because
unheard of, really.
I mean, anything can happen in a game too. I mean,
Sure.
My old Coach Holmes always told us the football's oblong, man. It bounces so many different ways. I mean,
That's
50.
right.
It doesn't matter
That's right.
how good your players are and stuff. Everybody has an off night, so I mean, 55 in a row is really, really impressive. And he's built a wonderful program. He's had a consistent flow of kids in and out, and he's developed them. I mean, they stay with him.
And I will tell you, and if I trace it all the way back, it goes back to his high school running back coach. That guy, you know, developed JT into what he is today. If you don't know who that was, it was me. So, you know.
I hear you, Coach.
That's fantastic. Oh, love it. Hey, Coach, does he have a couple players on there that you might can single out or anything for John Millage that sticks out? Any running backs, quarterbacks, defensive players that are really lighting it up?
His tailback, last name Butts, can really, really go. I mean, he just makes their offense go. And his quarterback, McMichael, big kid that can sling it around. And he's got a tight end, Womble, who made some plays tonight, some catches. Just some really good players he has there right now, executing what they got going on both sides of the ball. And, you know, they just got it going on.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, 55 in a row. I mean, that's that's just unbelievable.
Bro,
I mean, it really is.
I don't care what sport you're playing. I don't care what you're doing. You win, you know, if 55 basketball games, you beat somebody one-on-one in your backyard is pretty impressive.
No,
you know?
that's right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, 55, I mean, that's, you know, any of us that have played, I mean, that is just out. I mean, that is unbelievable. I mean, it really is. That's just outstanding performance. And to be able to keep that consistency up, too, without getting in your own head, I mean, that's just unbelievable. That's great job out of JMA, and we appreciate you sharing that with us too and calling in
Yes,
because
sir.
that's great stuff right there. Well, Coach, who does Jones County have coming up next week in y'all's neck of the
We
woods?
have Eagles Landing next week, and for homecoming, we need to continue to play good. We've won a couple in a row. We've gotten better each week, and you're getting into the meat of the region schedule. And so in the next 3-4 weeks, we'll know where our region stands, and hope we just have a great week of practice and come out Friday ready to play.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach Alligood, as always, man, we appreciate you giving us a call, man, and look forward to talking to you guys next week.
Y'all. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
See you, Coach.
Take care.
All right. And of course, you can get more from Coach Alligood tomorrow at it is 10 o'clock in the morning. You can get Coach Alligood with the Saturday Hounds show, where we really hone in on Jones County there, Rob and Ben, and we talk about everything going on in Jones County. Brought to you by our friends at the Sports Factory and the Science Station in Gray, Georgia. So we appreciate Coach Alligood giving us a call. We're going to try to get over to Manchester High School here, see if we can get Stephen Holmes, head coach for Manchester High School, on the phone here tonight. I know that program had a big win tonight. I believe it was over Chattahoochee. Hello. Coach Holmes, how are you, sir?
Hey, doing great. How y'all doing?
Man, we are doing good. Big win for you guys tonight. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Anytime you win a region game, against a good opponent, you feel all right about the end of the night.
That's right.
Yes, sir, Coach. Well, tell us a little bit about the game.
Well, coming in, it was our second region game, and we got pretty some talented players, and they've got a year under their belt for the most part, and coming in this week, this is our second region game, so the grind of the season is kind of getting us a little bit here. Hitting the midpoint. So, we're really excited how our players come out and, stayed on top and got after it from the get-go and able to finish the game and did a great job closing. We had some big Quavion Cooper had a lot of all-purpose yards, kickoff return, punt return, had a big a big catch tonight for about a 60-yard touchdown pass. And just really excited about, the way our whole team played. Defensively, our kids just really did a good job flying around. Just really excited about the way they played tonight.
Absolutely, Coach. Anytime you can get that done in dominating fashion, it's fun to watch, fun to be a part of a game like that. Did you have anybody in particular on the defensive side there in that shutout? Any turnovers, picks, anything like that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, both our linebackers, inside linebackers, C.J. Favors and Bobby Ellison, they did a great job for us tonight. I don't know their total number of tackles yet, but I know they had, they both of them had 10 tackles apiece at least. And then, our defensive front played great tonight. I think first half we had about 8 tackles for loss, if I do remember right. And just really excited about those guys. That unit played really great tonight. Our secondary was tested, and they rose to the challenge. I think we gave up one catch the whole first half. So just really proud of those guys.
Yeah, it all starts up front, man. It sounds like your defensive line was getting after it. Linebackers were flying around, and then you just all 3 levels of the defense there really making it happen. Well, Coach, who do y'all play next week?
We got a big one next week. We move on to Macon County. They were I think last week they were up there in the top 1 or 2 in the state, and they had a big region game tonight against Schley County. So they're going to be we got to go play in Montezuma. So that's going to be a great atmosphere to play in. Being on the road down there, you're on the road in our region, you roll in, you're already down a score.
Yep.
That's the way you got to approach it.
Yeah,
and,
that was a big game tonight. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
It was. And, playing a great opponent, great coach, Coach Copeland. And I know he'll have his team ready to play, and it'll be a great matchup next week.
Yes, sir. I was just going to say, Coach, didn't mean to step on you there. Macon County and Schley County tonight, 37-7. Schley County got the win there. So will be a big ball game for you guys next week for sure.
Oh, yes, sir. I lost you there for a second. I got cut out.
Oh, it's okay, Coach.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, of course, Coach Holmes here. We appreciate you being on our show, and I'm glad to tell you, Coach, if you haven't got to watch us on the Facebook Live feed tonight, I want you to know that Manchester Blue Devils helmet is sitting loud and proud right in the middle of the screen there. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Let you know
that's
that.
Awesome. We appreciate everything y'all do for high school football in the state of Georgia, I guarantee you.
Yes, sir, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye. Love to hear Coach Holmes from Manchester there chatting with us, guys. It's a lot of fun. So let's restart. It's time. We're actually behind the clock now, 11:08. We're going to kick off our second hour right now on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show.
Media Network Station, Dublin.
Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, voice of the national champion Fighting Tigers of LSU. And you're locked in to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, Middle Georgia's #1 voice of community and collegiate sports. Go Tigers.
This is Mike Conti of Atlanta United and the Atlanta Hawks radio networks. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
Hey, this is Andy Demetra, voice of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and when I want to know what's going on in Middle Georgia sports, there's only one place I go. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, your place for community and collegiate sports. Guys, take it away.
All right, we're back here on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show from your Eyeballs Marketing and Media Studios, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic. I'm Joe Powers. Rob and Ben are right over there. And Rob and Ben, how you guys doing tonight? It is hour number 2, which means we're halfway through, fellas, and John Nelson's coming up shortly.
Yeah, doing great. And we were a little behind the opener, but, just I love the appreciation of just restarting the show anyways, even though we're 10 minutes late. They have lightning delays. They have other delays. We just have technological delays in this realm here. So
and some teams don't get off the bus in time.
That's right.
What happened to a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of the offenses, we see a lot of zeros down this scoreboard, and I tell you, it's either really good defense or it's a combination of some really poor offensive play. So I'm not quite sure what is the actual recipe there that has got a lot of those eggs floating down the scoreboard. But there is a lot of zeros on it.
Absolutely, guys. And I tell you what, we appreciate I don't mind being behind the clock when we got coaches calling in and scores to report and all that good stuff. And that's what we've got here on your Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. It is the biggest high school scoreboard show in the state of Georgia. So, Rob and Ben, why don't we get real quick to that Dublin Ford scoreboard before we get to our friend Jason Gibson from up at WDUN 102.9 and Hall County. Why don't you give us some of those scores?
All righty. Jefferson over Clark Central 22-14. Jasper County Monticello over Mount Zion Carroll 42-7. Jackson County over Appalachia 35-17. Lithia Springs over Jackson Atlanta 21-6, and that one actually 28-18, and that one is the final. Douglas County over Langston Hughes, 30-27. Perry shuts out Howard 41-0.
That's a big win for Douglas County, by the way. Langston Hughes has an enormous amount of talent.
Yeah.
So that is a big win for Douglas County.
Absolutely. Perry wins over Howard 41-0. Carrollton shuts out Hillgrove 49-0. Heard County over Clarkston 37-6. North Murray over Haralson County 28-16. Beach beats Groves 23-12. Evans over Grovetown 27-6. Greenville over Marion County 24-21.
There you go. And we got one more over there, Robin Ben.
Aquinas beats Greenbrier tonight 20-12 over the Wolfpack.
All right. Well, there you go on that, Rob. And Ben calling out those scores from our Dublin Ford scoreboard. We appreciate that. And we've got our friends now on the phone from North Georgia. It is from WDUN 102.9 FM, Jason Gibson from Hall County on the line with us. Jason, how's it going, my friend?
Doing good, guys. How are y'all?
We're doing all right, friend. Just enjoying this nice, cool weather. I'm sure it's probably cool up there where you are, right?
It was 74 at kickoff and about 68 when we finished up, so it was a perfect night for some football on a Friday night. Little light schedule this week up this way. We headed back to Jefferson tonight as Clark Central came calling, and actually had a pretty close ball game. Jefferson came out on top 22-14 tonight. It was a little different than we had a couple of weeks ago when Jefferson ran all over Oconee County, but it wasn't really the I mean, Sammy Brown wound up with 23 carries for 179 yards and 1 touchdown, but it wasn't a lot of. There was a lot different tonight. We had a lot more passing from Gavin Markey, and it was kind of a different offense for Jefferson tonight. I don't know if they were maybe letting Sammy rest a little bit, but I tell you the line from Clark Central, they put on we got to give them credit. They put on a heck of a show. It was 2 yards here for Sammy, 3 yards here. 2 yards, 2 yards. He did break a couple, three long runs, but other than that, he was pretty much held in check rushing the ball tonight. But like I said, the Dragons did come out on top, 22-14, which sets them up in pretty good position for Region 8 5A to pretty much now run the table there. Even though this was the first region game, it was kind of the marquee game of the year in that region But some other scores, Flowery Branch and Eastside, they double overtime. Eastside came out on top 39-32. North Hall traveled to Cherokee Bluff tonight, with the Trojans coming out on top 27-17. Dawson County and West Hall, Dawson County came out ahead of 32-14 against West Hall. And defensive battle over at East Hall tonight, where East Hall, let's see, what was the final? I'm sorry, I lost my place here.
I think it was 27-17, right?
Yes. So Gainesville was off tonight, and Stevens County was off. And the last report we had from the Buford game, Buford was leading Marietta 23-3 at halftime, but that was on national TV, so it was a late finish tonight. But that's about all we had up here, up this way tonight. A lot of teams off tonight.
Yeah, it looks like you had a good bit of offense and stuff, and some good defense also. So, as always, man, we appreciate you giving us those updates. And do you know where you guys are going to be next week up there in that area? What's the game next week for you guys?
Right now, it's looking like North Oconee at North Hall, which is going to play a big role in that region. North Oconee's, they're kind of the bell cow in that region this year, but North Hall has been. Their offense has gotten rolling in the last few weeks, so and being at North Hall, we're hoping it might be a pretty good ball game next week.
That's great stuff, man. Well, we look forward to talking to you, and as always, we appreciate you giving us a call, man.
All right, thank y'all. Have a good night.
Take care, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Love to hear from Jason up there in North Georgia. It's always fun to see what's going on up in that neck of the woods. You know what, guys? Just a lot of fun up there. Love to hear it. And we're going to stay up in that area with Coach Michael Davis from Rabun County on the phone with us now. Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Coach, and maybe not as good as you. Big 38-7 win tonight. Tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we started off really slow. It was 10-7 at halftime. We're not playing very good football, and of course you tip your hat to them. Whitfield, they did a good job of this early, and I knew that walkthroughs this afternoon, our kids' minds, their heads wasn't in it. So we need a little wake-up call, and I just kind of challenged them at halftime, and they rose to the occasion. We played a lot better in the second half.
That's great.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what it takes, and not every time are they going to come out with their hair on fire, like you said. You're dealing with, you're dealing with high school kids, even college kids, and sometimes they need that, to walk out on the field that you're not going to just get it handed to you. Sometimes you got to, turn around in the second half and really shake it up. Well, did you have anybody in that second half that really kind of rose the occasion for you guys?
Yeah, Ty Truelove, our quarterback, he struggled a little bit in the first half. He ended up throwing for like 255 and 3 touchdowns, threw 2 of those in the second half. Had a really good second half. And then Reed Giles, who's one of our running backs, he had some really good runs. I think he ended up with like 9 carries for 90 yards. Most of those were in the second half.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Coach, and to be able to rebound like that and then put up a lot of points, 28 unanswered in the second half,
yeah,
and the defense.
I got to give a shout out. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to interrupt. That's why I was going to give a shout out to our defense. I thought they played really good tonight. They took the opening drive and went right down, hit a long run on us, and then after that, I don't know. They got 100 yards of offense after that, so they did a really good job.
Yeah, that's such a great rebound. That's what I was saying. I mean, that in the second half, man, I tell you, that's really good. It's just so hard in this day and age with all the offensive schemes and stuff out there. If you get players in space, it's so hard to shut somebody down like that and only give up a touchdown and then a rebound defensively. You got to be proud of those guys for that. So for Raven County, big win tonight. Who do you guys have coming up next week?
We got Fellowship Christian, but we got them at home. We got the next 3 games. We'll be at home, thank goodness. I mean, I'm tired of riding down here to Atlanta. We're riding to Atlanta right now. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've had enough of hot Atlanta. I'm ready to get back to the cold mountains.
I hear you, Coach. That is good stuff.
But we're all good. But yeah, we got Fellowship, a really good football team coming up to Raven next week. So we got to play a little bit better than we did this week.
Yes, sir. We know you guys will get those things cleaned up and be ready to go next week. And, Coach, we appreciate you giving us a call, man. Look forward to talking to you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you now.
Take care.
Take care, buddy.
All right, bye.
Gotta love talking to those guys up there. Love Coach Davis giving us a call. And we're going to reach right back out here to Coach Burleson as well on your Georgia First hotline. And Robin Ben, we've got Coach Burleson now on the phone. Coach, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I am good. It was a big homecoming night for us tonight.
I hear you,
Big
Coach.
win for you guys. My score here is showing 16-7. I'm going to roll with that and assume that that's the right score. So tell us about the game, Coach.
That's correct. Well, traditionally I would say, for homecoming, you want to, select someone you can, maybe hopefully handle. But we had I think they were ranked number 9 or 10 in their classification in Division I, and they were undefeated. Very, very physical ball game. They got a Division I running back, and Coach Freeman over there has done a marvelous job turning that program around over there. And so not your ideal situation there.
No free rides on homecoming for
homecoming. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fire myself for that one. But we told the kids it was going to be a physical ball game. It was going to be a 4-quarter game, and you're just going to have to want it more than them. And hats off to our seniors, our kids. It was a big win. So it was 13-7 for a long time, and we scored, and then had got called back on a like a blind side or something. So we actually kicked a field goal, first field goal. Kid made, so made it a 2-score ball game, and then our defense was lights out in the second half, really the whole game. Kind of keeping that guy in check a little bit, but kicking game was huge. Our senior kicker punter, Davis Williams, he averaged 46 yards a punt. He had a 60-yarder, a 50-something yarder, a couple 40-yarders, and when you're playing a big team like that, being able to flip the field and field position is huge. And, of course, the big field goal. So, I'm real proud of our seniors and for our whole team. It's a huge win, obviously, for homecoming, but a big win. And I was told this is only the 3rd time in school history we beat a ranked opponent, and been a while. So, not obviously just a big homecoming win, but a big win for our school and our community and our program. So, I'm proud for our kids and our coaches tonight.
Yeah, exciting night for Telfair County, man. And who was your player's name there, man, with all the punting stats, 60-yard bomb, and what's his name?
Davis Williams. He's a senior. He's been starting for us for 4 years now. This is actually his first year punting. So I'm going to fire myself again for not having punt number 4. But yeah, he had a great night tonight, turning the ball over. Like I said, our kickoff team did a great job covering. Our punt team did a great job of getting down there covering and limiting the returns and things like that. So he had a great night. Special teams and defense was superb tonight, and then we scored when we needed to and had to score on offense. So it was a you say it all the time, but all 3 facets of the game came up huge for us tonight.
Absolutely. That's a good night when all that happens, man. It makes you feel good about what you're doing. Makes it a little easier to get back into the office tomorrow, Sunday or Monday when it's like that. When you don't feel like you got to do a reconstruction job or get on the guys. But who do y'all play next week, Coach?
We so that was the end of our non-region schedule, and now we'll start our region schedule, and we have Hawkinsville, which I think they're 4-1. They are off tonight. But they are much improved. Coach Settles, who I've known for a while, is over in Montgomery. He's done an excellent job over there. Quick, fast, and hurry. Getting them boys believing, and they're going to be coached up. They're big. They're physical. It's gonna be another battle. So we gotta rest up, heal up in a hurry, and get ready for a big region game over there in Hawkinsville next Friday night.
Awesome, Coach. Well, Telfair County with a big homecoming win tonight, Coach. We appreciate the buzz, man.
Hey, I tell you what. Now, like I said, we talked about last time here with these pine cones. It's not pine cone season, but there's a tradition around here about rolling houses, and they got me 4 times this week. So it ain't pine cones. I'm gonna be picking up. I'm gonna be picking up toilet paper.
He's
all
picking
weekend,
up Charmin on Saturday.
Right.
Charmin is probably the great value. I don't know if they'd spend that much money to roll you, or they think real highly of you.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's some expensive toilet paper. I told my wife, don't throw it away, go and roll it back up.
I was about to say, if they roll some Charmin or some Cottonelle out there, roll it up.
But we got there's some 2-ply out there for sure.
Oh, make
Coach.
it count, Coach. Love it.
So if y'all need any toilet paper, you just holler.
Gotcha.
We know where to find you, Coach. We appreciate that.
That's right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Love Coach Burleson there. If he can't get out of pine cones, he's got toilet paper to pick up.
Coach
Man, that's
Burleson,
just the life.
yeah, with the toilet paper plug, baby.
I love it. Well, guys, we got to get to break. Robin Ben East over there, Joe Powers here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on our Facebook feed live there. We're going to have Coach J.T. Wall coming up after the break. So stay here with us. John Nelson's on the way as well. It's your Houston Clinic Rob Ben and Joe High School Scoreboard Show from your Eyeballs Marketing and Media Studios right here in Dublin, Georgia. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Eyeballs Marketing and Signs understands that business today is about your brand. Eyeballs Marketing and Signs in Warner Robins is the family-owned business to get your brand in front of all the eyeballs you need. Make your visible statement on apparel, hats, t-shirts, wherever it is you need your brand to be seen. Eyeballs Marketing and Media can get it done. Check them out online at Eyeballs. That's IBALZ.com. It's Eyeballs Marketing and Media. Get your brand set today.
Dublin Chevy Nissan is ready for football season and the fall, and the prices are falling on your favorite vehicle. Go to MyDublinNissan.com and MyDublinChevrolet.com to pick out your new vehicle to travel to Athens, Atlanta, or Statesboro for the big game. Go see Don Carswell at 2046 Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Don and his staff will help you select the perfect fit.
The scouts say we can't run, throw, or catch well, but they all agree we sure do sell cars well at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
The you that you're looking for is at Fairview Fitness Park. Serving Dublin and Lawrence County for over 35 years at a convenient location with 24/7 access. We have free weights, machine weights, cardio equipment, indoor racquetball, basketball, and heated pools for your convenience. Have fun, enjoy your time working out with friends, community, and neighbors. Join us at Fairview Fitness Park, serving Dublin and Lawrence County for over 35 years. See you there.
The Dublin Fighting Irish are headed back to school, and the cooler temps of fall are just around the corner. At least we hope. And that means it's time to watch the Fighting Irish bring it in the Shamrock Bowl. What could be more exciting? Well, In addition to the fact that the Bank of Sopron and Million Pines Community Bank are now Georgia First Bank, we're opening up a branch soon right here in Dublin. Don't worry, we're still the same bank and the same folks you know. And after almost 120 years of community banking and watching our friends and neighbors play sports right here in Middle Georgia, that will never change. Georgia First Bank, coming soon to Dublin. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Roach Farm and Garden is absolutely your #1 stop for hunting this fall. Stop in our Dublin location Monday through Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 8 to 6, 8 to 5, and 1 to 5 to get everything you need for your food plot. Get your salt licks, your deer corn, and whatever else you may need for the woods this fall. If you need some help planting around your fall garden or just your lawn care, you can get it all from Roach Farm and Garden, your everything you need supply store. Stop in and see us today.
From Dr. Hook to Tom Petty, it's the best music of your life. Share us with your friends today. Turn them on to WRBJRadio.com.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19 that feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19 that feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger.
What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
All right, we're back here on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show in your Eyeballs Marketing and Media Studios. I'm Joe Powers, Rob and Ben East over there, and I'll tell you what, guys, we are rolling right through. We're going to have John Nelson coming up here in just a few minutes, but of course we've got the man, the myth, the legend himself. It's going to be JT Wall here on the phone with us in just a second, and I say that because if you can get wins like that young man has gotten wins, that is something in the world to do. Coach Wall, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
We're doing good, Coach. Glad to hear from you, man. Coach Chad Alligood called in, let us know you guys won a big one tonight, and then you got your 55 wins in a row. And I know you're probably not keeping up with it, with as much success as you guys have had, but that is outstanding, and it's so difficult to do. 55 in a row. But tell us about the game tonight. Tell us about y'all's game.
Well, first of all, Coach Alligood, he needs to worry about somebody else.
I figured you may say that.
But no, we, our guys came smoking. Scored in the first 3 plays, and then, there's one guy on the field you can't kick it to, and what happens with kickers a lot and guys a lot is we kick it right to him.
Yeah.
And they returned the ensuing kickoff back, so we're 7-6 because we blocked the extra point. But we got rolling, and I don't even remember how many we scored the first half, but I think it was 48 to 14 or 48 to 14. It was 48-14 at the half, and kids played well. Defensively, we played well. We had one hiccup on special teams, but got after it and flew to the football.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach, and another win for you guys. And I just wanted to ask, how do you keep your guys kind of grounded, and you've had so much success like that. How do you keep them pushing forward, not looking, in the past on what you've done and kind of beating our chests like, hey, we've won so many games in a row. How do you keep your guys kind of even keel and kind of keep them pushing forward like that, man?
Good question. Yep.
Well, they know the standard. They know the standards that was set before them. And they know they're getting graded and reviewed on every play. And they will pay the price on Monday, each play, if they're not doing their job. And a lot of these guys, have aspirations of playing at the next level. and you can't put bad film out there.
That's right.
So last week we had a close one with Frederica, which was really and truly was good for us. These guys needed to see they can be beat.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys, like these seniors now, our seniors that graduated last year, they played 4 years and never lost a game. So these guys this year really had never lost one.
Wow.
And I hadn't seen us even come close to losing one. And so it's the threat of losing, you got to show it to them and preach it to them. And they actually were able to see some of that last week and get in a tight game and play hard. So, just proud of the way they came out and responded this week.
Yeah, that's really good, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. And Coach, so next week for John Millage, who do you guys have coming up next week?
I got to go on the road to Belleville to play Keith Watson and the Pinewood Patriots.
On Pinewood, going on the road to Pinewood.
Yeah.
Well,
tough
Coach,
tough place to play.
It is a very tough place to play. Well, Coach Wall, man, we appreciate you giving us a call tonight. Congrats on another win, man. We appreciate you giving us a call.
All right, guys. Thank y'all.
Take care, man.
Thanks, Coach.
Right. See y'all.
Love it right there. He just sets the standard, doesn't he?
I tell you, I mean, it's very difficult. It doesn't matter what sport you play, and I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, anything to win 55 in a row.
Yeah.
And the standard he's talking about, though, his coaching staff and what he's been able to do and hold his guys accountable and to be able to keep that momentum moving and to keep those guys. And like you said, a whole class started from start to finish for 4 years and did not lose a single game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just phenomenal.
But you heard what he said about the film and all. That's the level these kids are getting, scrutinized, and they understand what's on the line. And I think a lot of them say, hey, we want to play at the next level and whatever. And he's shown them the standard of being able to do that, as they've had some guys go on and play really well. We got a couple of them in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like he doesn't. He's got a blueprint and it works. And his guys know that. And I think setting that standard, like he said, from the get-go, they respect that. They respond to it. That's why you win 55 in a row.
That's exactly right, Rob and Ben. So we got to get to break. Thanks for JT Wall giving us a call there. We're going to get to another break from our Eyeballs Media Marketing Studio here. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic. We'll be right back with that Georgia First hotline. John Nelson will be on the other end of it when we return right here on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic. Stick with us.
Years. Your problem is our solution. With our cleaning services for carpets, upholstery, rugs, small water damage, and more. We are dedicated to providing you with a level of quality on every job that can't be matched. Ask about our senior and military discounts. Travis's professional carpet and upholstery cleaning. We do it right the first time or come back free. 478-278-4373.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your home and auto insurance needs.
Hello, Dublin and Lawrence County football fans and families. It's game time, and nobody's riding the bench this season here at Dublin Ford Lincoln. The only thing you'll be riding in is America's #1 selling brand, Ford. Whether you're driving left, right, or up the middle, you'll always be unstoppable with an all-new Ford car, truck, or SUV. And get this, you won't even need to wear a helmet. With our friendly, no-hassle sales team leading the way, we make getting car deals to the end zone easier than saying ready, go. That's Ford tough, baby. Others call you customers, we call you friends. Dublin Ford Lincoln, Veterans Boulevard, or at DublinFordLincoln.com.
We've all grown up together. We've been here for weddings and graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, treats for each other, and friends all the time. I'm Perry from Williamson's Bakery. Thank you for letting us share these special times of life with you. It truly has been amazing. Join us on our Facebook page where you can see our talent and place orders. If you'd like, call us at 478-272-3344. Williamson's Bakery, Oak Shopping Center, Dublin.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Orange County.
When we began looking for a location for our second Dublin banking office, the historic Henry Building looked like the perfect spot because Dublin and Lawrence County is our focus, and making banking easier and more convenient for our customers is our goal. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
A local full-service community bank offering quality banking services. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, now open in downtown
Football
Dublin.
fans, it's that time again, and Bubba's Tire Center is here to get your vehicle fired up for football season. Do you have big road trip plans for this fall? Well, at Bubba's Tire Center, we can make sure you and your vehicle are always winning with the best tire and service around. With a vehicle that is running on new tires and serviced to perfection, you are guaranteed success in all of your football endeavors. We wish good luck to you and your team, and come on into the store today or give us a call at 478-275-2964, where at Bubba's Tire Center, you can always win with your tire and service needs.
Here's another First and 10 music set on your station for hit music and the best in Georgia sports. WRBJRadio.com.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger. What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
Saving with AmeriCorps gives me the opportunity to provide hope to people in hopeless situations.
It's really empowering people to see the full potential of what they do, their full capacity. We help make sure that our scholars put their best foot forward to college.
We provide assistance to people affected by COVID-19. I feel like I'm making a difference in this world.
Every day, AmeriCorps members live out their values to make communities stronger. What's at your core? AmeriCorps.gov.
All right, back here in your Rob and Joe High School Scoreboard Show, and we are ready to go from the Eyeballs Media Marketing Studios, brought to you by our friends at the Houston Clinic. We got John Nelson on the phone with us. John, and let me tell you what, my friend, as we sit here watching the replay on our Facebook Live studio, you can see the Lowndes County Grayson replay just behind Ben's and Rob's head there. I'm a little remiss at myself that I don't have a John Nelson photo to throw up on our Facebook page.
So what you're saying here that you are missing somebody's lovely face there in that studio.
Fella baby.
That's right, baby.
Fella baby.
Fella baby, I tell you what, you want to drop an elbow on somebody. You got to make some room. So sometimes you got to drop that bionic elbow on somebody to clear out that space so that head can be there for everybody to see. All that shine, all the makeup on that man's forehead. And there's a lot of makeup on that forehead because he's got a high crown, I tell you what. There's a lot of powder on that man's face.
I hear you, John Nelson. Well, I tell you what, while we got everybody accounted for, Dusty Rhodes included, we want to hop right in to our Bubba's.
You want to hop right in.
We do.
You want to sit there and take that bunny run and get that bunny running and make sure that everything going up and down the bunny trail. We're talking to high school football, is what you're saying.
That's what we're saying. Are we going to tag into the Bubba's Tire Center players of the game right out of the gate here with your Dusty Rhodes?
I tell you what, them tires, as long as Bubba's got them round things, they could be, the double, they could be the white wall tire. They could, they could be them 18 R2 fitted. You know what I'm saying? You get them big old trucks. Maybe you get them smart cars that ain't got them big old tires. Man, you get Bubba got them big tires for them big old truck. You got them big tires for them smart car for them people sit there and saying, I don't want no small tire for my small car. I want to look like I'm hopping down the bunny trail. You understand what I'm saying when it comes to hitting that third and fourth gear when you're getting out of that stoplight. You get that four-way intersection. You sit there and you go, I want to go through it, so I'm going to go hopping. I'm going to sit there and pop my car up and down and up and down. And Bubba's tires are going to make sure that my smart car is going to have the best 45 R275 going through that intersection there at the Minute Grill in Dublin, Georgia, Daddy.
I'm visualizing a smart car looking like a rabbit.
That's
with
hilarious.
big tires.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, boy.
Only John Nelson.
At the Minute Grill. At the Minute Grill.
And he got the Minute Grill.
A legendary spot.
Legendary. Only John
5
Nelson.
doubles, ketchup and cheese, and a fry.
Yeah.
And with
the
that,
legendary Minute Grill, where they make all damn food in less than a minute time. You could get out your stopwatch and get your Bubba tire, and you can say, by the time you put a tire on your car from Bubba Tire, you get that pit stop going right there on the main drag. You get your stuff at the Minute Grill. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know what to do with any of that anymore.
That is wonderful. That is just absolutely incredible. Well, I'm gonna roll into the offensive player of the game tonight.
See, he rolling because they're talking about Bubba's tires. You know, everything in a circle with that.
It's a circle,
if in Bubba's tires or anything but a circle, you know you got the wrong tire. You've been at the wrong place, Jack.
Oh, Javion Butts tonight out of John Millage. Huge night offensively. Big running back for them.
Salute, brother.
Yep. John Millage tonight, 55 wins in a row there. 55 wins in a row from JT
evening, they got 55 wins.
JT Walls got it rolling in John Millage. Javion Butts tonight, offensive player of the night.
I'm going to do a dual defensive helmet sticker player of the week. Bobby Ellison, C.J. Favors out of Manchester had 10-plus tackles tonight. A piece. They got to thank their defensive line, who I believe had
10 and 10
eight
more
tackles
than 20,
for loss.
baby.
That is more than 20, baby.
So they had their front seven was dominating, and C.J. Favors and Bobby Ellison had the take.
Unbelievable.
Good on them. I give you my offensive player of the evening. It's J.D. Davis, the quarterback from Grayson High School, them Rams. He was responsible for almost 300 yards in total offense when he's running and he passing the ball, responsible for 4 of them 6 touchdowns in the win that they had on Georgia Public Broadcasting. J.D. Davis, the offensive player of the evening for GPB.
I tell you what, huge night for him. It was fun to watch him, too, on the TV. And cannot forget the Spec Ops guys, Special Operations Unit, the punter out of Telfair County tonight. Big win for those guys. Davis Williams had multiple punts that were over 50 yards, his one clocking in over 60. And that is a huge night for any high school punter. So Davis Williams out of Telfair County tonight, Spec Ops player of the night.
The beautiful, bustling metropolis of McRae.
That's
Telfair
right.
County gentlemen.
That's right. They did it up down there,
Coach
man.
Burleson got him rolling.
And he's got it rolling in his front yard with all that TP too. So
He does.
Wait. Now you're telling Dream something he don't know about. What's all this with the TP and the roll?
He said it was homecoming for Telfair County, and he got his house rolled 4 times this week. So it looks a little bit like the North Pole.
Ply? Do we know this?
It was double.
He said 2-ply.
He said if you need some, he'll hook a brother up. So.
That's right.
Yeah, he's gonna go roll it up.
If you need some, Dusty, we got you covered.
Because you know them 2-ply, them hard to get out them trees. I tell you what, you think that you can't take the normal way of going about things and grabbing that water hose and you try to get all that 2-ply out of the tree that just end up sticking in there, and then you got a problem, Daddy.
A major problem.
Looking like a snow globe.
And when you got a snow globe in McRae, something going on that ain't all there.
That's right. That's right. Well, John Nelson, how did you enjoy your time at Grayson tonight with Lowndes County? And that game didn't turn out quite the way I thought it was going to.
No, it didn't. I mean, it was. I think the margin surprised a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But I think that with what you saw out of Grayson and specifically their front seven, we were talking to Adam Carter this week in our conference calls, and the biggest thing that he wanted to try to make sure would not happen is that the front seven for Grayson would penetrate the offensive line and put pressure on the quarterback. And they hemmed in the offense for Grayson. They really did. I want to say it was 26 or 28 total yards of offense in the first half. And it was 13-0 after one, and then it was another 20 points on the board for Grayson in the second quarter. And it was dominating on both sides of the ball. And what you saw from Grayson was the ability for them to score quickly And even when they had 90 yards to cover, they did it in 7 plays and scored, and put 7 on the board. So Grayson, I think, put up a marker for folks tonight when it came to life in 7A. I think that there's some talent there. They got Bryce Elder back in the backfield for the first time this season, and that adds a different dynamic to their running game. So it'll be really interesting to see how they tackle region play, especially with the game with Newton coming up around the corner. And for Lowndes, they've got 2 weeks to get squared away for Wintersville Classic. And, we all know about Wintersville Classic, but this time around, for the second year in a row, it is a region game. And so it means that much more as they start season 2. But Lowndes, young team in places, inexperienced with a whole lot of first-team reps and others. And so they can take the lessons from season 1 where they beat 3 out-of-state teams and then made some mistakes by their own admission, lost to East Coweta, and then were just absolutely pressured from every possible angle tonight by Grayson. So there's some stuff that Adam Carter will take going forward, and they'll learn the lessons, and they'll look at the film, and they'll get ready for Wintersville. But no, dominating tonight from Grayson.
Yeah, their defense was really swarming too. You could tell there was just a little bit of a
It
gap
was
in
swarming like some yellow jacket, baby. I tell you what.
they were moving around. I tell you one thing. One game really caught our eye
moving
tonight
and
was
grooving,
the Crisp County Northside game. Northside was up in
Yeah,
that game, and right there
absolutely.
at the end, Crisp forced a safety, got the ball back, went down and scored with less than 2 minutes to go in the game to get the victory. So that was a really awesome, exciting game. Had a caller there, Uncle Jimmy, giving us a buzz from down there, and Cordell telling us about how that one broke out, and really awesome game there between Crisp and Northside.
Yeah, and you had the Bainbridge game with Ware as well, where Bainbridge puts up a marker tonight.
Yeah,
And Ware is upset.
2 scores in that one. I was surprised.
And I mean, and that Jason Strickland is going to sit there and they're going to learn about this one. And once again, we always talk about season 1, get you ready for season 2. And you look at a team like Cedar Grove, who lost a shootout tonight at the Hog Pen. They're 2-4. They're 2-4 right now. But they don't play a AAA team until region play.
Yeah.
Because their region is that mini region, MINI. It's that 4-team region that has Sandy Creek, Carver, Atlanta, themselves, Cedar Grove, and Douglas. And don't be surprised by the end of it all in the playoffs if every team in that region makes some kind of serious inroad. But because of that, Carver, Atlanta is going to play Buford like we had on the air last week. Cedar Grove plays Mill Creek, and then they play Colquitt County. It's like, and the fact that Cedar Grove hung around as long as they did tonight against Colquitt County, I think that puts up a marker in AAA for a team that is playing 7A schools and not flinching, because that's what John Adams wants to do. He wants to get his team ready for long road trips in AAA if he loses a coin flip, or anything of the sort to get you ready for a game deep in a playoff run. He anticipates that kind of thing. But everybody's going to sit there and look at 2 and 4. I will have Cedar Grove rank my top team in AAA.
Yeah.
Because to me, they're still the best team in AAA, even though they've played teams in 7A back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and it's intentional too, though. I mean, he's got it where it's set up to
absolutely.
where, it's 100% intentional where they're prepared, and they will 100%. I mean, if you don't have them in the top of AAA, I mean, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, don't know who you're ranking up there if it's not
but
them.
I would think that they would really do well, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they finish. And another one tonight, John, too. I was surprised Douglas County taking care of Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes is just full of talent, and I was surprised in that one. Douglas County, the winner's 30-27, and that one able to come away with a 3-point win over Langston Hughes.
Yeah, that one was back and forth all night long. It was 27-23, I think, under 3.5 to go as Langston Hughes had scored.
Yep.
And then Douglas County, who is more known for their defense than anything else, comes up, gets the late score, gets the Duke. And, I mean, that's another one that's going to surprise a lot of folks. But I think it speaks more to what Douglas County is capable of doing defensively and pinning in, a team like Langston Hughes. So, I mean, it's really going to shake things up when you look at season 2. But then the question is just how far, do you drop a Hughes now that they've lost to a team inside the state of Georgia? What do you do to a Langston Hughes when it comes to rankings? What do you do with a Grayson that was ranked at number 10? How far up do you rank them? Probably for me, 6 or 7. Cedar Grove, we talked about them. They're staying number 1 for me in AAA. But Douglas County, now what do you do with a Douglas County? And then how far do you drop Hughes in a situation like this? Because we knew Douglas County was a good team. My guess is when I fill out my rankings, it's probably going to be Douglas County and then Hughes back to back at whatever number I decide to put them at.
Yeah, and I mean, I couldn't disagree with you, and it is interesting on how all these kind of rankings and stuff will fall out with some of these, cross-region games and stuff like you're talking about, different classifications, and it kind of, some people are making statements even in losses because like there's so many classification jumps up, and I got another one for you too that Ben and I were talking about earlier, and so far, I mean, Houston County, they have impressed so far. I mean, they won tonight 41-7 over Warner Robins. I mean, it looks like they have. They're continuing their offensive prowess.
Yeah, and I was fortunate enough to see the Perry game early this year, and with what they're doing on Highway 96, I mean, it's fun to watch. And traditionally, this season so far with Warner Robins, you've got to make sure that you pin them in so they can't come back in the second half, because traditionally that's what they've done. It's like, you get Warner Robins, they trail, then Judd Anderson puts the pedal down, finds fourth gear, they pull the governor out of the golf cart, and they're off and running, and they come back and win. So, I mean, massive credit to what Coach Edwards and Houston County have been doing tonight and what they did tonight to shut Warner Robins down because of just how high-powered that offense is and what they can do as quickly as they can, because we had Warner Robins as our web game with Dutchtown, and we got to see firsthand what Judd Anderson can do at quarterback. So, once again, you look at what Houston County's done defensively. You know that they can do things offensively, but Houston County's put things together defensively now in this rivalry game there against Warner Robins, and I think that speaks a lot to what Jeremy Edwards and that staff have been able to do.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, it's just been kept being impressive so far. And John, we actually want to take the last 5 minutes here. If you want to stay on with us and roll through tomorrow, they're saying maybe the best college slate of college football that we have had so far this season. So I don't know.
It's crazy tomorrow.
It gets a little wild. I mean, it gets a little wild.
It's out of control.
Florida State just has got to pay attention.
I'm saying
they got to watch out.
That's one there. I don't know how you feel about it, John. I'm telling you, though, it's at Clemson. Clemson's getting a lot of shade because they lost to Duke. Duke is a good football team.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, they're a good football team. But, I mean, Clemson could sneak up tomorrow. They're getting no love. They could hurt Florida State.
I'd look, as the Florida State alum on this show, I think we're in trouble. I mean, right now, the margin is within 3. Traditionally, if somebody, if they give a 3-point margin when it comes to your juice boxes, that basically means that they think it's a push.
Yeah,
because and so it's fallen in underneath that 3. So you've got Florida State, who has their annual trek to Chestnut Hill, or biannual. And every single time we end up going to Chestnut Hill, it's either the last game of the year in November when it's like minus 27,000 degrees, or we go up and you're battling a hurricane.
Yeah.
And no matter when it happens, something always happens when Florida State goes to Chestnut Hill.
Yep.
Everybody was sitting there looking at it at 31-10, and they're like, yeah, Florida State's going to cover. They're in control. No, we're not. No, that is not how this goes. The easiest play on the board last week was to take the points in BC. It absolutely was. And so I think Florida State's in for a long one. It's a noon kick too.
Yeah.
So you're having to orient yourself very, very quickly. I think Florida State's in trouble. I think it's a close one, but I think that Clemson gets it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I see. I hope not. I like Florida. I really like Florida State, though. I like their defense.
I'm the alum and I'm the negative.
I like Florida State. I'd like to see them to beat Clemson, but that's a tough spot. The other one I'm looking at is, for one, John, you were all over the over last week in the Colorado State game. However, I was really surprised at how tight that game ended up. But I know Travis Hunter's going to be out, but we're giving Oregon a 21-point cover against Colorado.
And I think they're going to get it. I think they're going to get it.
You think
Colorado's defense is atrocious? They have not played. I mean, come on, John. I think you're on the same page with me. I think that Colorado's defense is going to get exposed this week, I believe.
Bo Nix.
And I think the next two games, I think
it's gonna be
you're going to see. I mean, Charles Kelly and his staff are going to do as best as they can with the personnel that they've got.
Yep.
But the next two games for Colorado are going to bring them back to normal.
Yes.
I still think by the end of it all that they're a 7-5, 84 team.
100%.
I think they're going bowling, and somebody had them projected to go to Vegas. Just you think of that Colorado going to Vegas or a bowl game?
Oh boy.
But no, I think that these next two games they're going to show. It's like Colorado still has some work to do. Early season schedule, the game against TCU was a bonus. The win against Colorado State was a fantastic game, but the hit was bogus, and I give Deion a lot of credit for coming out and defending the Colorado State player who's been getting all of the threats and everything for what he's done. It's like, calm down, people. You know?
Yeah, a lot of respect for Deion.
Heat of the moment, and
absolutely
did something he shouldn't have done. I mean, that's all there is to it.
I think the next two games against SC and Oregon, they're going to bring Colorado back to the mean and figure out all the work they got to do.
Absolutely. And this one caught my eye right here before we check out for the night. Notre Dame playing Ohio State. This is Notre Dame's opportunity with Sam Hartman to make a statement. Listen. You know why it caught my eye? Tickets are going as low as $683.
Is that all?
Yep, $683 is the
Ohio
lowest
State.
ticket.
You won't see me do this very often. Ohio State.
I'd like to see Notre Dame win.
I hate Notre Dame.
I would like to see him win at home.
I don't think Sam Hartman has not been in a condition to from his time at Wake. He has not been in a game of this kind of import. I think it will be a bit of a wake-up call for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that TOSU gets it done, and the coach who you will see on the front end of the Land's End catalog in the state of Ohio, Ryan Day.
Jeez.
He'll get things done.
Yeah, I think he will too. Well, I tell you what, John, as always, man, we appreciate you coming on, and tell everybody where they can catch your good works, man.
GPB Sports, gpb.org, the GPB Sports app, iOS, Android, take your pick, all the social media channels, all the stuff that we do all week long. Me, I'm at OSG Nelson on the 280-character app, and a Cute Sports Guy on the Instagram, because when the boss says that's what you are, that's what your handle is.
That's it, my friend. Well, John Nelson, thank you so much, buddy. We appreciate you. Good work tonight up there in Grayson, Georgia. For Robin, Ben East, Joe Powers over here, and we'll say goodnight to you all. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Be well, my friends.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, we'll see you next week here on the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. It's the biggest high school scoreboard show in the state of Georgia, brought to you by our friends at Eyeballs Marketing Media and the Houston Clinic. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Media, Georgia State football, and the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, a Powers Media Network station, Dublin.